Oh, no way. What's up, guys? We are R-Nice. My name is Gerard.
I'm Ray.
I'm Julien.
And we're hitting you back with another Patreon special.
Correct.
We're currently watching...
We're watching, as a request from our Patreon members, this is 12 o'clock high.
But it's 3:30 right now, though.
But this is a special request from one of our Patreon members. This is 12 o'clock high. We've watched war movies before in the past.
Yeah.
We've seen Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah.
We recently saw The Hunt for October.
I don't know if you call that like seeing, because like I don't know about you, but like my eyes were watery, so I couldn't see. So like, you know, like
shut up. Your eyes are watery. What do you mean? Anyway. So yes, that's our special member Gerard.
Go ahead and start.
Hold up.
But we are reacting to this movie here. This movie is made back in 1949. Was a famous actor from back in the day, and actually some movie that I believe he's also famous for some movies that he did back in the 70s. So this is Gregory Peck in this movie. This has to do World War II, and we've known about World War II due to our Band of Brothers reaction, to our Pacific reactions.
Amazing.
So I don't know much about this movie. So you guys ready?
Let's go right into it.
Hitting two of our type of genres, the classic movies and war movies.
Yeah.
Let's see what this is all about.
Dang, it really hasn't changed. So they never changed 20th Century Fox?
Till recently. Now it's Spotlight Pictures.
Well, I mean, it's still 20th century. It's just owned by Disney.
Yeah, but now it's Spotlight Pictures is what the logo says. Yeah.
No, there's nothing else. Like that has Spotlight Pictures, which is a subdivision of Fox.
20th Century?
And then there's Fox.
Oh.
Like, if I'm not mistaken, I believe the Prey movie was Fox.
Was it? Oh.
Oh, really? There's actual footage.
Oh, wow. Loft Waffle? Yep. 99 Loft Balloons.
I'd like to thank you for something else, too. Well, back home, I'd buy a hat in 5 minutes. Thank you for a most enjoyable hour and 40 minutes.
It was a pleasure. Come back soon, Mr. Stover.
Goodbye, son.
Did you just make fun of them for taking too long?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I wish we still had this attire, like wearing suits.
Yeah, everybody back then, they were all spiffy.
Yeah,
dude,
like,
I wish to. The only thing is dry cleaning fees are like, God.
Where'd you get this?
An auction at Archbrisser.
I'll take it. I want you to pack it carefully. Very carefully.
As you say so.
That guy doesn't seem to know what he's selling.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Monet. It's probably not a Monet. It's definitely not a Monet.
No, it's not a Monet. He's a painter.
I know. I'm just messing around.
You know, these planes fly around here all the time because we have
the
museum right over here. So you know they take it up in the air every so often. When they do go up, they're loud.
They are.
They're
really
very loud.
So they used to use flares to like mark the runway.
Almost like he's trying to hit them. Right? It almost looks that way.
Slow down!
Oh, he doesn't have to land the gears.
Did you know also a lot of countermeasures are actually just flares?
Wow, you're correct, sir. How did they pull this off? No landing gears. He made that safe landing.
And all straight.
When the tent died, though.
Straight and narrow too. The plane did not even turn while it was in the
No
field.
landing gear was engaged.
They probably got shot off the landing gears.
Oh, maybe.
Easy with his right leg. It's broken.
Yep.
Easy now.
I would say that's blood.
I wouldn't believe it if I wasn't looking at it. You can see his brain. It's a 20 millimeter.
Oh boy.
With
Graphic without being graphic.
What do I do with an arm, sir?
An arm? Whose arm?
Ed Campbell's, the top turret gunners.
What happened to the rest of him?
He's in a French hospital. I hope at home it was blown off too close to put on a tourniquet.
Oof. So this came out in 49. Like, this is like, what's happening is this recently happened.
Yeah, like it's a 4-year difference, no?
Yeah, it's not that long ago.
McKesson's crew.
Right. McKesson coming?
McKesson's dead.
Well, we might as well get this out of the way. Where did you first encounter enemy action?
Fisher, leave him alone. He's had enough today.
That boy hasn't rested, and you still and you want him to talk.
We got hit pretty bad the first pass the FWs made. That was when Mac got it. It took the back of his head right off. Only he didn't pass out. It just made a crazy man out of him.
Jesus.
Still shouting orders and trying to get the controls away from Jesse when I got up there 2 hours later.
Jesus.
It was blood.
That's enough for this crew.
That's all, gentlemen.
You know, I hate flying, period, let alone flying with people shooting at you.
Yeah.
Day and night.
Day and night, you know?
And the thing is, you got planes shooting at you. You got people shooting at you. You got Chip shooting at you. You got everybody and their mama shooting
You
at
have
you.
flak from the bottom. You have people in the top. There's no safe haven.
No, there's nothing. There's absolutely nothing that, you know, it's crazy.
This is Germany calling. Lord Haw-Haw, talking from Berlin. Whoever persuaded you to try this incredible idea of daylight bombing? Losses are a little heavy, aren't they?
Now, these people are really shoving in their faces.
You lost 5 bombers today, didn't you? At that rate, it won't take very long, will it?
That's crazy.
That they really just shoved it into their faces.
He was right about one thing, sir. We're alerted for tomorrow morning. Warning order just came down.
Again tomorrow? You're kidding, Ben.
I wish I were, sir.
Lord Haha, that was the guy's name.
Hoo-hoo. I think you might be right. Haha.
On that list of 28 men asking to be excused from tomorrow's mission, 3 times more than normal. They give a lot of reasons. Colds, mostly. It just means that they're getting their bellies full. How much can a man take? Somebody's got to give me a policy. Some kind of yardstick.
So it seems like the doc's aware of like kind of the mental instability that's going on.
The PTSD that we know of today that he know back then.
Mm-hmm.
And he's right. Like, at what point do we call him out? But the mission's got to be done.
Mm-hmm. It's a rock and a hard place.
Maybe when I get back, I can give you an answer, Doc.
I wonder why they're doing day bombing instead of night bombing. Because of the accuracy?
Probably because they're just, it's unexpected, and they're hoping that they're not like prepared.
But, it's not
but
really, well,
now it's expected now because it's been like the 4th day in a row.
We haven't been penetrating the concrete in those subpens, Keith. We can't get concentration and accuracy from 19,000.
What's my call?
Your phone?
They can't hit the target and do damage at night.
Gotcha.
Take it easy. Bomber Command can take it easy. Those boys are flesh and blood. They'll die for you, but they've got to have a chance, and they know they haven't got one. Somebody's got to give them a limit, a goal, some hope of living. What do you guys think they're made of?
I mean, he's absolutely correct. Every day?
You've got to find a way to save yourself a little. You can't carry all the load.
Neither can the guys.
If you want something to worry about the crews.
Yeah.
Give him my love.
He rates you pretty high.
Not according to Lord Haw-Haw.
Ha-ha.
Ha-ha.
Ha-ha. Ho-ha? Ho-ha?
I'm sure we heard it a couple more times, so we'll get it down pat.
Mm-hmm.
He's absolutely correct. Can you imagine, you're going through that, you're getting shot up, you're losing men, you go home, you get back, you make it safely, just to know you're going to do the same thing again the next following day.
With a
You
brand
would
new
at least
team.
think that they'd have a rotation to give everybody at least a day break or 2, maybe.
Or maybe attack somewhere else so that way they have like...
Could it be that they have a lack of pilots?
Put up 18 tomorrow. It's getting worse instead of better.
I mean, and seeing the big guy giving orders from the bed doesn't look, it's not really that reassuring.
Build yourself a drink.
Thanks. Let's scare off that bug of yours.
Bat 69.
You have it in? You're right. Good job. Look at you.
Why? Because those are his boys, and he's thinking about them instead of missions. Over-identification with his men.
Why should the other groups hold together if the 9/18th can't?
I mean, just hearing them talk, they put in way too much pressure in that group.
They really are.
It's more of a, even though they're putting as a, of course, yes, it's a live or death scenario, but they're not taking a breather to actually be able to
and then
look at the bigger picture.
And they're putting it on him like, oh, well, if he can't hack it,
then we can't win.
Well, you know what they say, high performance comes with high expectations.
Maybe the mistake lay in not going on to the secondary target once you were late.
But I figured we could make up the time, catch up with the other groups.
It wasn't luck, sir. It was my fault.
It wasn't anybody's fault. The weather was thick enough, it could have happened to anyone.
Well, I think that covers it.
Jimmy?
Yes, sir.
It's okay. Don't worry about a thing.
He's a good man.
Yeah, he's a good man. Who wouldn't fight for this guy?
Seriously.
He's almost like a Winters.
Keith, I know you're tired, but let's talk a little. Sit down.
Punch.
Then it was the lieutenant's fault.
He missed the checkpoint, but it could have happened to anyone.
I know, and I allow he feels as rotten about it as any of us do.
Well, give him a break. Maybe he was exhausted. I'm so mad. Why am I so mad? Okay, upset.
This guy is annoying.
Effective now, you are relieved of this command, and you will report to me for duty at Bomber Command. I'll send someone down to take over here.
They fired him.
They're calling him incompetent. They're calling him incompetent. That's, I don't know.
Sure. The 918th will stand down until a new commanding officer arrives.
Yes, sir. Dear Lord.
Well, at least that'll, like, ease tension.
No, it's going to hurt morale.
Oh, it's going to hurt morale heavily, but at least, I'm, like, saying, if they have to do the mission again, at least the Germans will kind of, like, ease off of defending there, thinking that they're not coming anymore.
I don't think that's the case. I think they're still going to go fight. They still have that mission. You know? So I'm thinking here that it shows more that the higher ups are not caring about personnel.
Yeah, they're only seeing numbers.
I don't think they're gonna halt the missions.
Well, they did say
they're gonna get somebody like this.
Oh, well,
I don't know.
Yeah.
No, I don't even think they're even gonna show much attention to the mission. I think it's just gonna be overcomplicated issues that they're overthinking instead of the actual situation itself.
I've got to ask you to take nice kids and fly them until they can't take anymore. And then put them back in and fly them some more.
So he's making him commander.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
We've got to find out what a maximum effort is. How much a man can take and get it all.
I wonder if they took this information and, made rules after. I mean, they had to, I'm assuming.
What time do you think you can get down there tomorrow?
12 o'clock? Hi, Jimmy. I'm so used to seeing this car as a mobster car. You know what I mean? Yeah. He scream like da, 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 and then every time I see him go by, I should go by with a Tommy gun. It comes with a Tommy gun built in.
Mounted Tommy gun right on the top.
I'm telling you, every time I see it, it makes you wonder now, like, how's the crew gonna react to him?
Probably negatively.
How do I address you?
Uh-huh. These get a 2 acts.
Where's your salute?
What's your rank? How am I supposed to know?
Sergeant McElhenney, sir, U.S. Army Air Forces.
It's Private McElhenney now.
Oh.
I know my rank, and that's civilian.
I'll tell you what, he's walking in and making noise.
I've been sent down here to take over what has come to be known as a hard luck group. Well, I don't believe in hard luck. Now, I don't have a lot of patience with this what are we fighting for stuff. We're in a war, a shooting war. We've got to fight. And some of us have got to die. Consider yourselves already dead.
Yikes.
That's the same thing this guy said in Band of Brothers. Consider yourself dead. Once you do that, you can get past all this.
Is it me, or does he look a bit young to be...
Peck?
Yeah, group commander.
We have a very critical morale problem, General. You gave them the shock treatment this morning, a bucket of cold water.
If a man is physically capable of handling his airplane, he goes.
Ease up. Give them a chance to get used to you.
No, Major. For 2 reasons. First, there isn't time. Second, I can't enter a popularity contest with Keith Davenport. I'd lose that one. And one more thing. I think they're better than that.
I do think he's right in this.
I agree with what he said. I liked his answer. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to win a popularity contest against this guy, and they're better than that.
He's not there to be popular. He's there to make sure that they're in line.
But he also said it in a way where he was praising them.
Yeah.
First, I better tell you why I'm here.
Go ahead.
Transfer.
The pilots asked me to be their spokesman, sir. They want to transfer out.
How many of them?
All of them, sir.
All of the pilots? That's not happening.
That includes you?
Tell them to put their requests through channels. Meanwhile, they fly.
He is pissed. Look at his fist.
Now he have to like figure out how to keep him there.
Well, I think he's going to go with this plan, where he just said pride isn't... He's going to make them have pride going up, not staying on the ground.
Yeah. But that's no easy task.
No, it's
not. Not at all.
This is a movie that, it's going to happen, but in real life, to pull that off.
Pretty hard.
No, he's going with them.
Is he?
Yep.
Yes, sir. You fly all right in the top turret where I can see.
I think this is just the practice run.
Yeah, this is the practice run. Yeah, 10 days of practice.
You know how insane it would be of a general going on an actual mission?
No, he's going with
How
them.
risky that would be?
Well, he did say that they got to go back to 101. So it's like I think he wants to show them.
We're alerted, sir. Field orders coming in now.
Tell Cobb to wheel and deal. I'll be right over.
Yes.
Freeloaders are coming in, you say?
No, field orders.
Field orders, okay.
Is that a robber or a pirate?
It's like Robin Hood almost, right?
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So for the sake of your roommates, you violated group integrity. Every gun on a B-17 is designed to give the group maximum defensive firepower. That's what I mean by group integrity. This group, that has to be your loyalty, your only reason for being. Have the building officer work out a complete reassignment of quarters so that every man has a new roommate.
I knew that would happen.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that was going to happen.
I mean, we've been seeing since the beginning, man familiarity's been killing this group. They're too close to each other.
But you would think you kind of want that.
Anybody got anything else they want to bring up?
What about our transfer, sir?
Okay, if that's all, dismiss.
That boy just got ignored.
That's 21, sir. They're all back.
Well, that's something. I'm glad we still have miracles.
No, he's flying.
I guess the men see him doing it.
Target area cleared off just long enough for the 918th to clobber it good.
That's fine, Frank, fine. What about the recall?
Must have had radio malfunction.
He ignored it. He heard it.
There's one more thing you might as well know, sir. The 918th got through today, bombed the target when nobody else did. If Providence ever drops into my lap, another chance like that to give this group the pride it ought to have in itself, I may have radio malfunction again, sir.
Oof.
I'm asking you for a commendation for this group. For their aggressiveness, skill, and courage in reaching and bombing a target under extremely adverse conditions.
That's one way to be.
No need to mention the leadership, sir.
We talking about a bonus here?
I'm about to say, wait, they did the mission, they flew through the weather, you wanted them to do this, and they all came back.
Yeah.
What do you make of it, Harvey?
I don't know. I can't make it out quite. They're pleased about the commendation, I think, but they're not celebrating the way kids ought to. It's not normal.
They're probably conflicted between transferring and success right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I wanted to talk with you, Bishop, because I know you'll level with me.
Yes, sir. I just went out.
They are kind of guinea pigs in a way.
But do you think it'll be any better?
There's no question of that, sir. I don't want to fly anymore. I want to transfer to another branch.
Oh, a branch?
Doesn't it mean anything to you that we hit the target today with no losses?
In a way. But I just went out.
But that has to have also ripple effects. If the Medal of Honor winner is like, yeah, get me out of here.
Yeah, it'll definitely. Absolutely.
And especially, isn't he the guy that he ended up recommending?
Yeah, that's it. I think he's
So-
the Medal of Honor winner. And it's like, yeah, I want to have it regardless. I don't have faith.
Well, you might as well unpack, General. The IG didn't even get to make a good opening speech. Bishop started it, withdrawing his transfer. He really went to bat for you. Wilson followed, and the rest of them just climbed aboard.
Oh, look at that.
Don't start crying. Imagine. He freaks out.
Open the door.
That was that briefcase of mine. I had it a minute ago.
I knew those jokers couldn't buck you forever.
He is crying in the back.
For the first time, we're going to be hitting a target on German soil.
This can get bad. Over Germany?
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that the Germans are making more firefighters.
They're moving troops. Well, they're making more. Their planes are going into different the production. This just reminded me how the Yankees lost the other day to Houston. I want to think about this right now.
How bad was it?
Why'd you have to make me think about it?
We lost by 1 run.
Mm-hmm.
Here they come. They're approaching the field.
Hey, everybody ready. Now, was that really the fireproof suits back in the
It
day?
looked like it was, right?
Like, damn. That looks like a beekeeper.
They were, those were the fire suits.
Really?
Yeah.
3,
4,
4,
8.
5, 6. Ooh.
That's dangerous.
Literally.
That's so dangerous.
Imagine you just tripped over a rock.
I was thinking the same thing.
Gone.
How was it, sir?
It was rough. They were waiting for us. What's the count?
2 missing, sir. It looked like 4, but O'Neill made it to the raft field in Lincolnshire.
Mm.
The 2 missing.
But they were rescued.
Howard. What's the count?
20 back, 1 missing. 397.
We lost 1. 397. Lieutenant Bishop, sir.
Oh, no way. Oh, damn. He said he'll live to regret it.
Jesse got a direct burst right over the target. He would have to get it.
1 crew. It could have been much worse, Joe. What about battle damage?
Everybody caught plenty.
All right, we have to tell this coming in somewhere else. You got to calm down.
Seriously.
I tried to reach you on the phone to tell you about Gately.
What about him? Did he get hit today?
No, sir. But right after he landed, he folded up, passed out cold. I've seen his x-rays. He has a crack in the lip of the vertebrate body.
Painful?
Incredibly. And he's flown 3 missions with it.
A fractured spine.
That's
Speaking
gotta
of people
hurt.
with bad backs, you know, that's got to be awful.
I would hate that. I'm touching my spine now, like
Yeah, and I can't imagine, you know,
the amount of pain that must
and
be.
not just the medical technology for back then isn't what it is today.
Not even that. The fact that in a plane, the G-forces and everything like
He flew
that.
3 missions like that.
And the constant rocking.
He doesn't know if he should bust them or not.
No, I think he's gonna ground him. I mean, he has to basically.
You have to ground him. If it gets worse, that can cost the crew.
Mm-hmm.
But listen, wait a minute. I think it's done. I think he paralyzed himself to get this done.
Maybe his lower body, but his arms look like they still work.
How are you feeling, Ben?
I'm okay, General.
Well, I see Doc didn't waste much time. Oh, excuse me, Ben.
You okay?
No, that that gave me some sympathy pain.
I guess you don't feel much like talking.
That's okay, General. Go right ahead.
I got so scared that he was gonna pull.
It's not a Mel Brooks movie. Calm down.
I was just going to say, anything you want? Something I can send you?
Not a thing, General. I've got everything I need.
That boy's toughing it out.
And I don't know if he's toughing it out and also just being upset at the general.
What did he say?
Looks like I'll have to rate you a Class A customer, Colonel. I just learned you're something extra special.
Happy ending? It came to your mind. For me, it did. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. It came to my mind. I'm sorry.
Let's get back to our reaction. I apologize, people.
He felt happy at the end.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
That's what I'm saying.
To help plan these strikes down to the last pint of...
You're welcome. I'll take that anytime.
It's not supposed to be a comedy. No more Mel Brooks movies. We're done. We're done.
I'm caught up, guys. I'm caught up.
Good luck, Frank. Bring me back a ball bearing. And as a personal favor, try to keep yourself in one piece, will you?
Well, that seems like a reasonable request. Good night, sir.
Good night.
I'm trying to hold it together. Why'd you stop?
It came to my mind, okay?
Sorry,
How she pronounced
sorry.
it.
It's all good, Bob. It's all good.
Okay.
Let's move on. Sorry.
Alright, that's pretty cool. How they switch it to the real thing. Yeah, that's cool.
That's the actual footage.
Yeah.
Look out for fighters.
More FWs, 10 o'clock left.
Oh, that's great. That's wow. That's cool.
Here they come. 12 o'clock high. Watch it.
12 o'clock high.
Oh, he got one. Oh, wow.
Look at that, bro.
Yeah, look at all of those rounds
crazy.
flying. Ooh, that.
It's going
He's
too
disabling
clean.
them like left and right.
This is going too clean that it's giving me more anxiety.
They're getting peppered. They're getting peppered.
Yeah, but they're also doing some damage too.
Yeah,
but they still haven't even gotten to the drop zone.
They're only 21. Now they're a lot less than 21, but...
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They've done all of this and they're not even close to the drop zone yet, either.
Bombay doors open.
Oh, wow. Is that all like different type of bombs, right? Because I see ones that are bigger, ones that are small. Oh, wow.
I think they hit it.
the target.
Clobbered it good. Right on the button. We're heading for home. That is Roger.
Oh.
Direct bail out. Jump, you guys. Jump.
They couldn't.
No, the comms are silent.
I cannot wait to see that, the Tom Hanks version.
That's gonna be good.
Welcome to Operation Stovall.
Glad to see you, Frank. How does it look for tomorrow?
Can't tell yet. Lots of damage.
I'm sorry about Joe.
Well, that's the way it goes.
Is he tired too? He's not all there. And,
Probably like fighting fatigue.
no, it's getting to him.
PTSD.
It's getting to him.
I got something in my throat. I mean, you can't blame him. Like, it's obviously
No,
gonna
but
get
it's
to him.
It's the thing that the guys were saying, that they can go to the breaking point.
Yep.
How far can they go?
Where's he running?
What's the matter, sir? I don't know. Are you sick, sir? Arm. Something's wrong. It won't work.
Wow. This is... He's breaking.
Stop it! Stop it! I'm right here, Frank. It's okay. Fire! Fire! Where's Keith?
I think it got to him what, oh my god, what's his name now? Harry? Was it? The old man said.
Yeah, we can't send them out there again.
Cigarette, Frank? How about a smoke?
Maximum effort.
He called it before.
He did.
Yeah, the fact that he hasn't said anything or just been there, just sitting there.
As somebody that suffers from PTSD, in these moments, it's the worst. It is the absolute worst because you cannot get out from where you're at.
They're back, Frank.
He's moving.
He's afraid though. He's still bracing himself.
Yeah, he just heard 7.
Control tower.
Tower.
You got it, Captain?
21 dispatched. 19 returned, sir.
19.
2.
Haha. I counted.
Proving they can do without him. He doesn't have to be up there with them.
19. 19 of them. Who led?
Ben Gately.
Back all right?
Yes, Frank, he's back.
Now it's time for him to go. He got to go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he went down a deep tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I think he ended up sacrificing himself to then grow
The
for the
fact,
team.
but the fact that he was able to get up and make that call and smile at the end says a lot about his resolve.
Oh, that's why he ended up buying the
mug, that
the
picture
mug.
thing.
Yeah, it's because it belonged. Got you. So it's not about the worth of the mug. It's just
what it is.
The value, the sentimental value. Yeah. And that was a weird cut though. Just from that, there wasn't an easy cut going into it. No, just straight into the whole thing.
This was a phenomenal movie.
It was.
This was really good. Really, really good. I really enjoyed that. It's amazing how some of these movies from back then, further back then, hold up today.
Yeah.
As compared to movies that came out, let's say, in the 80s that don't hold up today. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's still some relevance to this movie. Especially the theme. It's a theme that I liked when they explore in military movies. The theme of PTSD, because it's something that light needs to be shed on it, and how we need to handle this. Because it's a thing.
Yeah,
it's a thing, and they said early in the movie that they were planning on saying how long can we, they get their guinea pig, how long can they do it to the point of breaking, and he pushed to the moment where his body said, nope. Like his body just shut down. He couldn't even get into that plane.
And then
after that, like the rest of him just fell out with it. I mean, maybe it's open to interpretation to see how he handled it. If that got back to him eventually. So I'm gonna safely assume that he went back to that general, the other position that he was able to pull out, knowing the fact that his crew, his people, don't need him. He did what he had to do at the cost of his own sanity.
Yeah.
At the cost of his own sanity. What are you guys thinking?
I definitely agree with everything. Like I said, I feel like he ended up having to sacrifice himself to then for his guys to find the values within themselves. As like they don't need a general to tell them what they're capable of. They just need to be able to do it.
Because they were broken. The morale was broken. They were already, they were all transferring.
It really was.
Yeah, they were.
And the fact is how, you guys were mentioning, it's like the old general, they were very different people. One would just be like, hey, I know you guys are trying, so here you go. A petty award. Like, an A for effort award.
Participation trophy.
A participation trophy. Like, no.
Yeah.
So it was definitely like interesting to see the very different leaderships. I know that in the first hour or so I was very drowsy, because it was hard for me to keep up, honestly. So like I couldn't keep up. But then towards the middle when it started picking up and towards the end it just clicked and I just rushed of adrenaline. And I was keeping up with the whole thing that was happening. It's like I feel like for me was right in the middle. That's when the peak of they were getting things done were happening. Instead of like the whole good job,
No. And I get you, and I understand what you're talking about, because in the beginning, you have to build.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you have to build to get to this point. You have to see what they're going through, what they feel, what they're thinking. And it's not what you will normally see in terms of a military movie all the time. You will see we gotta go there, boom, 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 we're just going there, and how we deal with it. Not what the mission has to be done, what these guys are going through, who we have to fire, who's messing up.
Yeah.
So I understand what you're saying, that it was a bit slow in the beginning, which is fine. I was okay with that. That doesn't really bother me as much. But your thoughts?
Just like Gerard said, the beginning was really slow. Like it started putting me to sleep, and I started trying to keep myself awake by doing this. And messing with things. But it did have a good turnout. Like the turnout was better than what I was expecting, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I really did. I saw things that I loved, which were like the fighting, the real like filming of the actual fights between us.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That was really cool to see. I definitely loved that. I loved Gregory Peck's acting in this. He did a phenomenal job displaying the symptoms of PTSD, that kind of hard to boots type of commanding officer that wants his men to do right and succeed, but also having that kind of soft spot that he really can't show to a lot of people. So that way everybody has this kind of mental image of him.
I think that for well, I don't know, but I'm gonna say if anything for all of us, I think it definitely ended up grabbing us to the point where once we started seeing the scenes of the tower, when they were starting to count the planes, we were like, all right, how many came back? You know, we were very interested.
I was also interested in the fact that thinking, how is he going to pull this off? You know, because it's easy to say what you're going to say, but at the same time, at what cost? And are the men going to follow you? So I was wondering if it is if the guys were going to transfer, maybe not all of them, but some of them, and we're going to have some new people. How is that going to be? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So seeing that transformation of, we're going to hold back we're going to sit on their transfer requests, bring them pride, and then to the point where the inspector general came, and then the elemental officer said, no, I changed my mind. Like all that whole build-up to get to that point, then they started taking off. Like all that I found super incredible. Good writing. I wonder if this is based off a true story, though. Like the names that we've heard, these are actual personnel members of the military who went through this. Like, if this is an actual story, an actual life story, or a real story, or this is actually based off a book that was written in honor of these men who make these sacrifices. You know, I'll look into that. I know Gregory Peck was nominated for an award for this movie. I don't know if he won. He was phenomenal.
He was
phenomenal. And going to your question about he looks a little young to be the guy, a general at this point. I agree with you 100% there. I really do. Cause he looks a lot younger than everybody else who's higher up than him. You know, but but you want a star. You know what? You want somebody who's gonna pull the roll off. You know, like once the movie gets going, you forget the fact that maybe he looks a little too young for that role, but he pulled it off.
Yeah, he really did.
And not just him. I think his acting also inspired everybody else, because everybody else was great too.
Yeah.
You know, but he stood out, of course. He definitely stood out. But everybody else's acting was also phenomenal.
I think the only like acting that really I just felt like I was getting dragged through it was that the older generals. I really couldn't like his acting. It was just like dragging me along, and I was kind of like
they weren't that one particular actor was not. I don't think he was that great either. But I didn't like his character either.
That's fair. That's fair.
Maybe it was bad because
might be my personal bias.
Because I didn't like him because I really felt that he was looking at these soldiers as numbers.
Yeah.
You know, and not being human. Oh, I don't believe that. They can't do this, whatever. You know, so that did kind of grinded me a little bit. But anyway, this movie was fantastic.
Yeah.
I would definitely recommend it. I'm sure. I'm gonna talk to my father about this. I'm sure he's seen this movie as well. But hey, John McCormick, thank you so much. You were the one who recommended this to us. You are the winner of the Patreon pick. We do appreciate you picking this movie for us to watch. This was a treat to watch, and we really did enjoy this movie. Well, anyway, guys, listen. If you like what we're doing, you know, we hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. You know, support us in that way. That helps with the algorithm. If you can share this video with everybody else. You know, we like watching these movies, you know, where if you look at our collection, we have movies that are classic, we have movies that are recent, you know.
We have foreign.
But we do appreciate quality. You know, we do watch a movie that has, in some aspects, quality, and a movie like this is definitely something that we like to put in our repertoire of collection of movies that we react to on a regular basis. And also salute to all soldiers out there who go through this, who have been through this, or have family members who have gone through this. You know, this goes very well with our series of the Band of Brothers, again, I mentioned before, Pacific, Saving Private Ryan, and movies such as those. And looking forward to seeing what's coming in the near future was what we believe, I think, the Tom Hanks movie that's coming out this year. Well, guys, this is also, This was a special request made on Patreon. If you would like to, do a special request, our link is in the description. Follow us down there. You're gonna see what we have on our Patreon. If it's something like you want us to watch, you can join one of the tiers that will allow you to do such a thing. Okay. But besides that, this movie will be there unedited. You can watch this movie unedited with our reaction for little as $1 a month. That'll help you get to this movie and others that we have online. Guys, we also have a merchandise store. That as well, you're going to find the link in the description, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. We do appreciate this, guys. We are Knights. I'm Ray.
I'm Julien.
And I'm Gerard.
Guys, take care. We'll see you soon.